Racist cops out of schools. 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 Racist cops out of schools.
Okay, so next up we're going to have Ngozi speaking, a CEO from Sister Space. Sister Space is a much loved part of the Hackney community and the wider London community, supporting Black, African and Caribbean domestic and sexual violence survivors. Thank you. Give it up for Ngozi!
Listen, one blessed love, you know, one blessed love, but vast. Vast. I'm back outside this police station again. I was here in the 80s when they murdered Colin Welch. I was here.
That's right.
You see, you know.
That's right.
I was out here the other day when they killed Rashawn Charles. Valerie Ford came here to get protection and they put it down as a threat to property, you know. But you see, when you start messing with our children again, I say, Ross. Listen, I qualified as a secondary school teacher and I taught in Hackney. Not that school, but I taught in Hackney. And I know the procedures, and that isn't it. You see, I know the procedures. As a woman with locks, as a teacher with locks, I couldn't even get in the door of the schools I was working in. Because I didn't fit the profile. How far Babylon can walk into the school and nobody knows nothing? How? Listen to me, the uniform, the colour, the food, no man. As a teacher, we all have to get involved if we see something not right. Yes? So there's a procedure, as far as I know. You think you smell something, probably yourself is smelling, but you think you smell something. What's the first thing you do? You go to your line manager or somebody. Then you call the parents. That you do. Yes? That's what you do. That's our training. What? How does it get that they can do this? Look, I've got 3 daughters and 1 son. I've got 3 grandchildren, and I'm going to be honest here. There's no way my daughter could come home and tell me that happened. That's not. Listen.
Exactly.
Listen, Mara, you couldn't tell us that. You couldn't. Police are apologizing. You're not sorry yet.
No.
Just see, I know they're not sorry yet. Yeah. I'm gonna go graphic now. Yeah. Because listen to me, you see my throat is disturbing me, but I had to come out for my little girl. No, she's not my blood, but that's my child.
Exactly.
Yeah?
All our child. All of us.
You walk your daughter to school and you walk your daughter back thinking that they're safe in that environment. I know that school. I do not recommend that we put it out on media where the school is. I think it's a bad idea. It doesn't matter if you know already. Stop that. We have to keep the other children safe. You see, sometimes we're upset and things like that, but sometimes we have to use our head. Don't expose the children to that. But you see that teacher? Yeah. And you see them 4 police? Yeah. And you see the head teacher? Yeah. And the deputy head teacher? Yeah. And the learning trust? And the council? You see? Let me tell you about sexual assault, right? Because I'm also, for Sister Space, an independent sexual violence advisor, right? And the law says there's rape and there's sexual assault. If somebody's afraid and you force them, remove their clothes, all of that, expose them to sexual assault. Sexual assault. Exactly. Don't let them dumb down this thing. It's sexual assault. Yes. And that's what we know about. You see? We don't know. Maybe that little girl can't say what happened to her. Charges have to be brought to all of them. All of those other teachers who must have known what went on. This is 2 years. are coming up to 2 years now.
Exactly.
Yeah? All of them.
Yeah,
All of them have to be held to account. None of them should be working as teachers.
That's right.
You see? Listen to me. Listen. Just show them you know. Now, Hackney Council knew. The Learning Trust knew.
Yes.
NHS knew. Police knew. Who else? Everybody knew. But when it comes, listen, I'm sorry. If it's a little white girl, it's not happening.
Yeah.
You
Not
know, white girl, it's not going to happen. I'm not here to make anybody feel nice today. I'm not. If that little girl had blonde hair and blue eyes, we would not be here.
Right.
You keep sexualizing our children, you know. The boys and the girls. You see? The boys and the girls. I'm not, listen, I don't looking for no friend. I'm looking for justice. You see? Yeah? I'm not looking for no friend. I'm not, right? I'm going to go real graphic. You see, I don't know. Listen, you see when you have your period?
Exactly.
Jesus have mercy on my soul this hair. When you have your period, you know, feeling really good for them 5 or 3 days. You don't feel good. You feel kind of unclean and all them things there. To even go to school is a thing. Plus you have our exams. Oh, Ja, yeah? Ja! You take her out of the exam and you face her with 4 people that don't look like her or more. 4 people that don't look like us. That in itself is a trauma. You see, it's a trauma that most of us know. We're always having to confront with people that don't look like us, telling us what to do and what to feel. Alright, so they go in this room, they look at her room, mom don't know, this person don't know, that person don't know. And then they shut the door. You see, the other teachers are all in collaboration with this. So they close the door, put 2 police outside. My God! How was that little... And then, they make her take off her clothes. Hey, don't be distracted, you know! This is a serious thing! Focus! I don't mean to be disrespectful, you know, but every time I call people, we can't be tapping. It's a serious thing, this. Yes? They make that little girl, 15 years old, take off her clothes in front of people she don't know. And then take off her sanitary pad. Man, look! Yes!
Fucking fucked up, man.
What is this?
Exactly. Fucking disgusting.
Listen to me,
bitches.
yeah? Not only that, they expose her like that.
Exactly.
And I hear them make her couple of I don't know what they're doing. Man can't go there, to be honest. Then they make her put back on the same pad. Infection and all them things there. Wasn't this COVID time? Nastiness. You see? So, I know there's a lot of people saying it's really bad and they're sharing this and whatever. I don't want to hear that a week from now and they're fed up and they're done. I don't want to hear it. Right?
No.
I don't want to hear 2 weeks from now. I sent something on Instagram. So, nah, man, we have to follow this to the end. My last words be with this little girl and to all the other girls that we don't know about.
Yes.
It's not, yeah? So to that little girl, to her mum and to her family, and to all the children all over the UK, but definitely in Hackney, yes, who are going through racism, sexism, abuse of all kinds. Your aunties and uncles and cousins and grandpeople are here. We come in all colours, shapes and sizes, you see. Yes. Am I right or am I right?
You're right.
Yes? Listen, I'm glad to see so much brethren here as well, you know. I am. We need to see them. Man them! Glad for seeing it. Glad for seeing it, you know. Right? Because if we don't stick together, they'll do what they want with us again. You see? So my words to this little girl is, Auntie is sorry. Auntie is so sorry. But Auntie and the rest of them will make them pay.
Yes, right. Yes, preach it.
No justice!
No peace! No peace!
I'm going to just introduce Diana Abbott.
Yoo-hoo!
An introduction, being MP for Hackney for enough time. Please give it up for Diana!
but I'm going to try. First of all, when I first became the MP of Hackney, Stoke Newington Police Station had a reputation for violence and brutality. There was, some of you may not remember, but there was a series of deaths. Colin Road, Trevor Morris, C.G. Lapiti, Rashan Shah, a series of deaths in the custody of this police station. And I thought, because I'm not
Use the microphone, we can't hear you.
that we had put
The microphone, the mic.
most of that behind us. But here we are, confronted with brutality by Hackney police officers all over again.
2022.
The other thing to say is this. Some people are saying this is very sad, but it's an isolated incident.
No!
Police officers are, you know what they like to say? Bad apple.
No.
Well, the statistics tell us something different. In the last year, in Hackney and Tower Hamlets alone, 25 children under 18 were strip searched. 25 children! Now, tell me, how many of them do you think were black?
No, about 9. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
20.
about right. Out of 25 children that were strip searched, only 2 were white.
That's a factory.
Don't tell me about isolated incidents and bad apples.
Exactly.
The reason the
Fucking
police were
Benny,
able to
not
do
woman.
that to that child is they've done it before.
Yep. That's right. Again.
That's right.
And nothing happened.
No sanction.
But this time, I hope it's going to be different.
No hope it will be different.
The final thing I want to say is this. I've spoken about the police, and there's more I could say about the police. But let me just say something about the school.
Yes.
What type of teacher call the police on a picnic because they smell ganja?
But when they search out and find nothing.
Again.
Fucking
You
bastard.
call the police on the child, you don't inform the parents. Sorry, you think you smell cannabis. Of course they found nothing. They found nothing. What kind of school does that? Schools are supposed to be places of safety. Who wants to send their child to school and know that the teachers will call the police on them like that? So I think the school has questions to answer. And my view is that any teachers that were involved in this, suspended. They needed to be reprimanded at least.
Don't be nice. Don't be nice.
They need to be sacked.
It must be sacked. It's
Sacked, that's right.
The head is not fit. That's an unfit head. Anyone that's a parent knows how they feel about this child. Can you imagine if it was your child?
Oh, God.
So the reason I'm here and the reason I'm going to go on a march tomorrow and so forth is I think we have to draw a line. We have to say they cannot treat our children like this.
No.
We have to say it's 2022.
Yep.
And we've had enough of this type of
Fuck shit.
Thank you very much. No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace! No peace!
Alright, just give me 1 second. We're going to have some more speakers. Just give me 1 second. Freedom!
The lucky is not bloodshed. This is if it was anger and retaliation and vengeance.
No peace! 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 No peace!
Lifetime after lifetime, we have suffered at the hands of this flawed system. We have suffered at the hands of this flawed government. We have suffered at the hands of the police. And now we say no. Now we enact change now. We enact change now. We enact change now. We are not going to tolerate institutional racism. We are not going to tolerate structural racism. We are not going to tolerate any form of injustice against our black young children.
Yes!
We are saying no now. There have been too many incidents. Too many young, vulnerable, innocent individuals who've had a life to live, who've had careers to pursue, died, impacted by the hands of a flawed policing system. The police is supposed to protect, preserve our young people. The police is supposed to safeguard our young black people. But the police are killing our young black people. And now we say no. Now we say no. No police in schools. No police in schools. Child Q has been a devastating incident. Myself, my colleagues, we are victims of racial abuse. We are victims of institutional racism. We are victims of being abused by the police. I work with colleagues and I work with young people who have suffered at the hands of the police, who have been traumatized at stop and search, and this is something that must stop. Stop and searches aren't effective in this generation. Stop and searches aren't effective in our community. The Hackney Council released a report, and in the report of safeguarding is going to reiterate, in the year 2020 to 2021, 25 children strip searched in Hackney and Tower Hamlets under the age of 18. And listen to this, 88% of those strip searches, right, have resulted to police officers finding nothing to do with drug abuse. That's a big shame. So we say no police in schools, and we say no police in our community. Because the police are clearly not getting the message. They do not understand how to relate to a black young individual. They do not understand how to handle young black individuals. They do not understand the trauma that young black people go through. I've been affected by that trauma. My colleagues have been affected by that trauma. And we say no. So no police in schools.
No police in schools.
We need to protect our young people. And we need to safeguard our young black individuals. Can you imagine, just before I pass on the mic, can you imagine this young girl, she was wearing a sanitary pad and she was told by two officers. And I would like to highlight this. These two officers approached the school unchallenged, and they were not asked, and they weren't challenged. They weren't asked over warranty, or they did not declare the type of powers in which they were able to conduct the search that they did. And this is poor. So we need to ensure that in schools, we need to limit and we need to decrease identification of our young black individuals. Because our young black individuals have been identified. Our young black kids are not safe in schools because they're under a system that exploits them and that exploits them. We need to stop. The system needs to protect our schools, protect our young black people in schools. And we need to protect young people's mental health. We need, because this is impacting young people's mental health. So we say no police in school. No police in school. No police in school. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. You don't know. I'm just going to invite my colleague who's going to say a few things before we move on quickly.
Thank you, Emmanuel. To be honest, Emmanuel said probably everything that I would actually say, but I'm going to share first and foremost a poem. If anyone knows me or seen me, poetry, spoken word is something that I do all the time, and I feel like that's one of the easiest ways for me anyway to really express what's happening in our community. This is a poem that I've written in relation to a music project that Account Hackney is actually working on. Are we a target? Does our black skin make us a suspect? Do you profit off our pain, frustration, anger and rage? We can't retaliate or we're resisting. We know our rights, then please, we're the victim. Yet still, you only see us as a problem. I see free, feds constantly harassing. Talking about intelligence, yet their intelligence I'm yet to witness. Hackney, known for injustice. Station, Stokey, known for corruption. And you ain't gotta look that far for no evidence. Protect and serve, that's the motto, it's a joke thing. More like patrol and abuse on a gang thing. Should flip the script, put them on a gang matrix. Search them. Section 60. We don't need no reasonable grounds. You just fit the description. There's been a lot of racism in this area lately, and where we come from, we call that hate crime, no cap. And if you do the crime, then you must do the time. That's your words, not mine, so let's stick by that. It's about time the community hold the police to account. Profiling racists? What should be their sentence? No mercy when we judge them. Have the man them roll up on the Aggie thing, saw a light TSG or them Mondays, throw them in the back of the van, and then bully them. But two wrongs don't make a right, so we moving different. We ain't trying to create racial problems, we're trying to create leaders, champions in our own rights. We move with wisdom, providing protection for our children and guidance for our young'uns. We protect and serve our own community. It's time that we run that, cause we've never been at the core of your hearts. So that dance that you're dancing, it's time that we done that, cause history shows that a lot of our pain in the past is caused by those who claim to bleed blue. They've constantly left our people with a broken heart, year after year, time after time, and this psychological warfare has got us living in bondage with no shackles or change. No shackles or chains, we're still feeling like we're trapped. They say dreams don't live in the hood, only pain does. But we're about to flip that script, cause pain changed us. We built us into leaders, not bullies. Built on love, not policies. Our morals are different. It's time we protect our own community, talk up and force them to listen. And the reason why I wanted to share that is just looking around right now, how much the community has actually stepped out and supported. There's elders here that stood in front of this police station for years after years, talking about the injustice that officers from this police station and police in Hackney have caused. We can do that for time. But to be honest with you, I don't know about you lot, but I am tired. And I'm only 27, but I am tired of doing that. It's now time for the community to stand together, to stand as one, to stand up. I know you lot are sitting down right now, but I'm not really for that. As you lot saw us standing up, because the only way we can actually do so is if we stand up and we stand together. We need to hold the police to account, we need to hold the schools to account, we need to hold the council to account, because it's not just one system. 100%.
Talk about adultification like the child looks older than she was.
Exactly.
So the school uniform, don't make up your racist, nasty little terms to cover up the fact it's blatantly racist. Yeah.
100%. I totally agree with you. I would hope afterwards you come up and speak and so that everyone can hear what you said, because that's power is what you said. I can't repeat it because I want you to say it. But I 100% agree. We need to stop criminalizing our children. We need to stop making them out like they're adults, treating them like they're a lot older than they are. This is our children. Yes, I'm 27, but that young child is still my people. That young child is still my little sister. That young child could, actually, well, maybe not my child, but she could be my family. Same way. And it's only down to us to really stand together and make noise and make something happen. We've been waiting far too many years. I don't know about you lot, but I've got elders who actually stand here and had the same conversation time after time, years after years, and we are tired. We are tired. It's time for the community to stand together and shout. It's time for the community and to make noise like that did just now. Time for the community to stand together and make noise. I'm not talking about 2 weeks and then this is dead out and everyone's going back to their business and acting like this never happened. That's happened in the past. I'm not down with the 2 weeks business. If we're gonna talk for more than 2 weeks. We're gonna make a change. We're not gonna, after 2 weeks, we're gonna go back about our business. We are going to make a change. If we're down to make a change, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No
No justice.
No peace.
Louder. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
We don't need no 2 weeks business. We need this year in, year out. No silence. I don't want to hear none of you lot being silent. When you lot go into your schools, your businesses, make sure the person you're working with knows about jail queue. Make sure the person you're working with knows about the hundreds and thousands of children that constantly get abused by the policing system, that constantly get neglected by the system, that constantly get neglected by those who are meant to safeguard them. That child was supposed to feel safe in a place where she spends most of her time outside of her own home, and she didn't. She didn't feel safe. I now feel sorry for the other students that actually go to that school, because who's keeping them safe? Who's keeping them safe? Who's keeping our kids safe? Anyone else want to speak? I've been told to, I've spoken too much.
I just want to quickly say, if we just look around, everyone just look around. Look how much support we have. Look how much support we have. This is what I'm going to say. Something was mentioned a while ago. We are not hoping for change. I'm not here to hope for change. I'm here to make change a reality. So we're making the change, or we're making it a reality. We are not hoping for the change. We are using this change, we are using this incident, and I want to say this to empower the parents. Please, parents, we need your voices. We need your voices, parents. We need your voices, because this situation directly involves parents. This situation has caused trauma. This incident has caused trauma. This incident has allowed an individual to be humiliated, dehumanized.
That's your child's friend.
It's a shame to the system.
That is your child's friend right
This young girl was dehumanized, and she was stripped of her childhood, and she was stripped of her rights. So parents, please, empower your children over the situation. Thank you so much.
We came out of lockdown.
Listen, we've got some children coming up now, and I'm going to ask you a couple of things. Listen, do not approach the children after they've spoken. I ask you, please, yeah? Do not approach the children. We know you love them. Watch them safely from a distance. But one thing I have to say to the parents, then, go to the every school meeting. When you go to school, know who's teaching your child. Go to every meeting. Imagine I have your work number, your house number, everything. Yeah? Go to the school, be a school governor. You see? Yeah? But listen, when these children come out and they talk, listen with respect. Do not approach them, please. Thank you.
Let's give her a round of applause, come on! Come on, let's give her
Do you stand in front of me?
I just want to say
no justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace! No peace!
I just want to say sorry on behalf of the school and behalf of all the people that were involved in. I don't think it was right for them to like. It wasn't right for them to abuse their power over the student. It's not fair for her, it's not fair for all the people that it's affected mentally. The whole school feels for that girl, and we're all here for her.
Yes.
one way or another, we're going to find a way to get the teachers done what they're dismissed. Yeah, hold them to account.
Power to the young people! Yeah! They smell weed. They can smell weed and certain children. My girls are working in school. I've been an assistant head.
It was wrong what happened, and I am disgusted. And she didn't deserve it, not one bit. And they didn't even find anything on her, so that makes it even worse. And they just accused her of having the weed on her, so that was wrong. And no one should have to go through that. And she is still like going through the pain and the trauma. She's like been traumatized, and yeah.
No!
Well done. That was beautiful. That was really beautiful. You did so well. Didn't they do well? Didn't they do an amazing job speaking? Give them a massive round of applause. So now a young girl who wants to speak about the situation, how she's been feeling about it. Give her a round of applause.
I think this is really wrong what happened, and I don't think it should ever happen again, and it shouldn't happen to any child, whatever race they are. And if it does happen, something should be done about it, and something should be done about it now, and there should be a change, and this shouldn't happen ever again.
No justice! Give a massive round of applause!
Thank you. Taking children's clothes off.
My name is Nelson. I just want to share a few thoughts. We should never, any of us here, underestimate what it is to be black in this society. The extent to which black people and all minorities are brutalized. It is nothing short of daily humiliation. If you are black, if you're a minority, you are told that your opinions are worth less, that your life is worth less, that everything about you is inferior, is secondary. That's not an insignificant thing.
Abuse services, they have cut funding. This government has cut funding to domestic abuse services for the last 10 years, and they turn around and ask, why is there youth violence on the street? It's disgusting. What else is correlated with violence? Not a society where people don't feel they have power. And what are they doing? The government are passing legislation to make it impossible for us to protest. They are criminalising protest and then asking why people are vexed and violent. So don't listen to this bullshit about police are the solution to violence and harm. They are the cause of violence and harm. What do you think it does to a young black boy to not feel that they can walk down the streets without being harassed, without being seen as a criminal? How do you think that trauma makes someone act and behave? They cause the violence on our streets. They are not the solution to violence on our streets. We have solutions, and we need to stand up as a community to fight for them.
I think Zara went to find them.
Now, as it gets darker, it's important for people to stay safe. So we're going to do a little know your rights mic check, so that people are safe whenever you make your way home. So when I say something, I want you to repeat it after me, okay? Am I being detained? Am I being detained?
Am I being detained?
I will record you.
I will record you.
is your badge number?
What is your badge number?
What is your badge number?
What is your badge number?